We live by the clock. Every second shapes our lives, our choices, and even our death. But what if time is just an illusion? What if the ticking of the clock is a lie we tell ourselves to make sense of a reality far stranger than we can? Imagine? Today, we challenge everything you think you know about time with science, philosophy, and a journey into the deepest mysteries of the universe. Time, we chase it, we fight it. We try to manage it, stretch it, make the most of it. But have you ever stopped to ask the most mind-bending question of them all? Is time even real? Or is it just an illusion, one so powerful, so deeply embedded into our minds that we mistake it for reality? Let's take a journey, not through time, but into it. Into the very nature of this thing that rules our lives, haunts our past, and shapes our future. Because if time isn't what we think it is, then everything else, our memories, our fears, our hopes, may need to be rethought too. From the moment we're born, we're bound to time, the tick of the clock, the rhythm of the seasons, the calendar that carves our years into weeks, days, hours, and minutes. But are these merely tools we created to measure time, or did they also shape how we perceive it? In our minds, time feels linear, past, present, future, like a film reel playing out frame by frame. But here's the first twist. Our brains don't actually experience time in real time. Studies in neuroscience reveal that what we feel as now is actually a mental construction, a moment delayed by milliseconds as our brains gather and process sensory input. Our perception of time is stitched together from fragments. And sometimes those fragments get scrambled. Ever been in a car accident and felt time slow down? Or had a joyful moment flash by in seconds? That's your brain playing with subjective time dot. So already, we see it. Time isn't just out there. It's also very much in here, within us. For centuries, scientists believed time was absolute. Thanks to Isaac Newton, time was seen as a steady river, flowing at the same rate for everyone, everywhere. You could imagine a cosmic clock ticking evenly through the universe. But then came Albert Einstein, and he didn't just tweak the rules, he shattered them. Einstein's theory of relativity showed that time is not universal. It can stretch, it can compress, it can even stop under the right conditions. Here's the wild part. If you travel close to the speed of light, your time slows down relative to others. If you sit near a black hole, gravity warps time so drastically that minutes to you might be years to someone far away. Time isn't fixed, it's woven into space itself. It bends, it twists, it flows differently depending on where you are and how fast you're moving. So now we must ask, if time can change from one observer to another, can it really be called real in the absolute sense? Or is it just a perspective, a property of motion and gravity? Let's switch lenses. While physicists measure time with atomic clocks, philosophers have wrestled with time as a concept for thousands of years. To some, like Augustine of Hippo, time was a mystery. He once said, "What is time? If no one asks me, I know what it is. If I have to explain it, I do not." There are two main philosophical camps about time. Presentism says, only the present moment exists. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened yet. Eternalism, on the other hand, argues, all points in time, past, present, future, exist equally. Time is like a landscape, and we're just moving through it. In that view, your childhood, your final breath, and everything in between already exists. You just haven't reached it yet. It's unsettling. If the future already exists, where's your free will? Are we just puppets, acting out a timeline that's already written? And if only the present is real, why do we feel so haunted by the past and so anxious about the future? Maybe we're overcomplicating Maybe time is just our way of understanding change. A leaf turns yellow. A baby grows. A mountain erodes dot. But think about this. If nothing changed, if everything was frozen, unmoving, would time still exist? Philosophers argue that time and change are interdependent. If the universe stood still, time might become meaningless. And here's another paradox. In the smallest scales of reality inside quantum mechanics, some equations don't even need time to function. The very fabric of the universe might operate without it, which begs the question, is time a human convenience or a universal truth? The famous physicist Carlo Rovelli goes further. He argues that time is not fundamental. It's an illusion we created to make sense of a chaotic universe. Imagine a deck of cards. You drop them and they scatter into a mess. We say, time moved forward and now they're disordered. But the physics doesn't care. It's only our perception, our need to assign before and after, that labels one state as the past and another as the future. The universe doesn't have clocks. We do dot, so maybe time is like temperature real to our senses, but not a basic building block of reality. Why do we care so much about time? Because we're aware of its limits. We age. We die. We miss things. We remember things. We worry we'll run out of time before we become who we're meant to be. Every second becomes more precious when we realize we only get so many. Our fear of time isn't really about clocks or physics. It's about loss. It's about legacy. It's about what we choose to do with the moments we're given. We try to beat time by leaving behind stories, children, music, inventions. But even those fade eventually. Maybe that's why the question, is time real, hits us so deeply. Because what we're really asking is, does anything truly last? Here's the honest answer. Time is both real and not real. It's not real in the way we think, linear, absolute, constant. But it's very real in its effects. It governs causality. It allows growth, decay, and evolution. It's etched into every heartbeat, every sunrise, every goodbye. We may not fully understand what time is, but we know when it does. And maybe that's enough. Maybe time's greatest gift isn't clarity, but urgency. So the next time you check your watch, don't just count minutes. Count meaning. Don't chase time. Spend it on love, on wonder, on becoming someone worth remembering. Because whether time is real or not, you are. And what you do in this moment might just echo through eternity.